Hey, in this video, I'm sharing with you guys things that I'm doing to simplify my life and get healthier as a Black woman over the age of 50. I was inspired to do this video after watching Reggie Sweat's video called Quitting Things to Simplify My Life in My 50s, and you can too. So I thought, you know what, instead of listing things that I stopped doing, why don't I just create a video on the things that I am doing, or things that I've started doing to get healthier and simplify my life? So let's get started. Oh, and if you're new here, allow me to tell you a little bit about the channel. My name is Allison, and on the channel, I provide holistic health and wellness, practical tips for Black women over the age of 50 to empower them to live the life that they desire and deserve, age gracefully, and obtain optimal health. So let's get started with those things that I'm doing to simplify my life. Oh, and by the way, if you see me looking down, I do have a few notes here. All right, so let's get started. The first thing that I'm doing is making sure that I stay hydrated. This is very, very important for everyone, but especially those of us that are over the age of 50. We start going through a lot of hormonal changes through perimenopausal and menopause. So we start to lose, our body just goes through a lot of changes. A lot of women report that they experience problems with dryness of hair and skin. So it's very, very important to me that I stay hydrated. And one of the things that I do every single day, I start with a internal shower to start my day. And in case you're wondering, well, what is an internal shower, we know what a shower is. An internal shower is after I brush my teeth, I make sure that I start my day out before I eat or drink anything else. I drink water. That is the very first thing that I do is to drink water. It could be anywhere from 12 ounces up to 32 ounces. And also, another way for me to stay hydrated is to make sure that I'm eating foods that are really, really high in water content. There are a lot of fruits and vegetables that are high in water content. So, in addition to me starting my day with drinking water and also drinking water throughout my day, I am also incorporating other fruits and vegetables that are really, really high in water content to help with me staying hydrated. And if you're interested in what some of those fruits and vegetables are, I have a YouTube video on a list of some of the top 10 fruits and vegetables that are high in water content. Oh, yes, and by the way, before I move on to this second thing that on my list, I mentioned Reggie Sweat's video. I'll include the link to her video in the description of this video. So let's move to tip number 2. The second thing that I am doing is resting. And I don't want you to get confused with rest and sleep. Resting is not sleeping. For me, there are a couple of things. Actually, there are several things that I'm doing, but in this video, I'll just mention 2 of those things that I'm doing to make sure that I'm resting, and that is the physical rest. And what I mean by physical rest is to make sure that my body is nice and relaxed. I make sure that I'm stretching. I've signed up for a yoga class, and in fact, I've registered to become a yoga instructor. So I start my day with part of my morning wellness routine is to make sure that I'm moving my body, I'm stretching my body, and when I'm stressed or even ending my day, I'm making sure that I'm moving, just allowing my body to relax. I'm also taking like a mental rest. And with the mental rest, I just shut down from everything. I might go for a walk, turn my phone off and enjoy nature, or I'll just sit in silence, or I take anywhere from 5 minutes up into 20 minutes to just meditate, to allow my brain to just, my mind is just shut down. I am a thinker, so I'm always trying to figure out something. So it's very important to me that I take a, a mental rest and these physical rests. The third thing that I'm doing to make sure um, to simplify my life and to get healthier and to stay healthy as a Black woman over the age of 50 is about a year or so ago, I started intermittent fasting. And if you're not familiar with intermittent fasting, it's just basically you have a window of time where you eat and a window of time where you're not eating. And several methods that there are several methods to intermittent fasting. For me, I eat between the windows of 12:30, 12:30 in the afternoon until 8:30. And during that time of when I'm eating, I'm trying to eat healthy foods. Between about 90% of the time, especially during the week, I'm eating really, really healthy foods. On the weekend, I'm not as strict, but I eat between the windows of 12:30 to 8:30, and I can just tell the the health benefits from me doing that. It's allowed me to just maintain my weight. Also, it helps me with my digestive system and also with gut health, making sure that I take good care of my gut and just allow my digestive system again to just, relax. And also, I do have a video on that. So if you're interested in learning more about intermittent fasting and the different methods, I will put a link to that video in the description of this video. So let's move on to, well, you know what? Before we move on to the fourth thing that I'm doing, let me just slow up a minute. I'm just talking really fast because I'm a little nervous. But leave some comments in the comment section and let me know, especially if you're a woman over the age of 50, what are some of the things that you're doing to simplify your life and live a healthier life. I would love to learn just some of the things that you're doing and possibly incorporate those things into my life. So let's move on to number 4. Number 4, I am I'm an avid walker. I used to run a lot back in the day when I was younger, but I realized, it's not that important as long as I'm making sure I keep my heart rate up. So during the workday, during the weekday, I walk anywhere from about 2 to 3 miles a day, and then on the weekend, I walk maybe anywhere from 4 to 6 miles. And it is very, very important to me that I have on the proper walking shoes. So this is the number 4 for me is I have invested in some really, really good walking shoes. When I was younger, I would just purchase, whatever the trend was. But then I learned over time that that's not always the wisest thing for me to do. I went to a sports store and worked with some specialists there, and they took me out for a run, took me out for a walk to really just see how my feet land when I'm walking, and they recommended a brand that was most suited for my feet. not what's in the market. So number four was investing in proper shoes and running shoes that works best for me. Make sure that I take care of my feet. All right, the next thing, number five, is dry brushing. I found out about dry brushing about a year ago. And with dry brushing, at least twice a month, I dry brush my skin. And basically, it's what it sounds like. Before I take my shower, I take a dry brush and I make sure that the bristles on the brush are not really, really hard. And I just brush my skin before I take my shower. This helps a lot with um, removing like a lot of dead skin. This it there are just a number of benefits to dry brushing before you get into the shower, and then after you dry brush, you want to make sure that are you take a lukewarm, if possibly a cool shower. So if you're interested in me making a video on what dry brush what dry brushing is, just leave me a comment in the comment section and I got you. So let's move on to number six. The number six thing that I am doing and to simplify my life and live a healthier life in my 50s, I make sure that I'm eating green, leafy green vegetables daily. As you know, there are a lot of different nutrients and antioxidants that can be found in leafy green vegetables. So for me, one way that I can make sure that I'm getting in leafy green vegetables every single day is that I have a hearty salad every single day. I know for some people that might be a little boring, but it's just not boring to me. But I have a salad every day. And even if my husband and I go out, on the weekends or something, I still have a salad. So that's one way that I get in some leafy greens, vegetables, or after a long walk or run, I'll go to a local smoothie place and have a smoothie with some green vegetables, um, spinach or some kale in it. So let me move to number seven. The number seven thing that I'm doing to make sure that I'm simplifying my life and stay healthy is I mentioned that I'm a walker. I also make sure that I am walking sideways or what they call lateral walking. There are so many benefits to that as we get older. You hear older people falling because their knees and their hips are weak. With the lateral walking, it helps strengthen those areas that would normally be strengthened when you're walking forward. So I started lateral walking. I put a band around my ankles or my thighs or something to give some type of resistance and just move um, side to side. And again, if you would like for me to do a video to show you how to, what I do when I'm walking sideways, a lateral walking, just let me know and I will create a video. All right. And let me move to the next item on my list is I've changed the way I see the world in a sense in a lot of ways, but I don't see things as problems anymore. When I'm running into challenges, they're no longer problems. They are possibilities. There's possibilities for me to learn and to grow and to be better. So I no longer look at challenges as problems. They're just possibilities for me to grow and be better. And the final thing on my list is gratitude journaling. I make sure that I write down at least 3 to 6 things that I'm grateful for every single day. I don't care how tough a day that I've had, there's always something for me to be grateful for. The fact that I am alive, that that's enough. The fact that I can talk to my daughter, the fact that I can talk to my husband or someone in my family, that I have food to eat, I have clothes. There's always something for me to be grateful for. So making sure that I just find something to be grateful for every single day and write it down makes a world of difference in my overall health. Oh yes, and by the way, if you are interested in gratitude journaling, I have a couple of gratitude journals that I created. And excuse me for a second, because I'm going to show you guys what they are. Sorry, sorry. I was writing in the journal, finding notebooks and all that stuff. So, but I decided to create my own. Here's my cover. I would be, but, but anyway, I came up with my own gratitude journal because I was just spending so much money in notebooks. And in the journal, there are sections for me to write 4 things that I'm grateful for every single day, and then there are prompts. Um, but that is it. If you guys are still here, I appreciate you and thank you so much for watching this video. And if you have enjoyed it, please share it with others, share with other um, Black women that you believe that will find value in this content. And also leave, as I mentioned earlier, leave me comments and let me know how you are, some of the things that you're doing to simplify your life, to live a healthier and longer and vibrant life. If you like this video, I have some, as I mentioned earlier, I have other videos, but then I also have of a playlist called Healthy Lifestyle Tips for Black Women over the age of 50. There's a list of other videos where you can find just some really, really practical tips, nothing really, difficult. If you just need some tips there. But again, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.